How you doing? It's Gregory Patrick, and this is New England's Rare Fishery. Talking about a highlight video of an unboxing I got from Select Aquatics just the other day. Been working with master breeder Greg Sage, and it's been a really good experience, I got to tell you. As you can see, I got a small shipment, came in a styrofoam box, and everything went well. Spoiler alert, I wouldn't have made it public if it wasn't good news, of course. That's how it is around here. We're nice people. But here first is the shrimp. I'm going to go real quick too. This isn't like a live unboxing like you might have seen, but I just want to show you how things come, when you order from Select Aquatics. Like I said, it's not like a paid promotion or anything like that. I'm just a regular old customer, and I'm just one of those happy customers. I like to show people how things went for me, where I got my fish. And, like I said, working with him was really great. I haven't ordered a lot online. The shrimp came in those double bags. Those were an order of 20 plus each. And I also got my Xenos and my butterfly goatees at the same time. And I'll show you a couple of those. They all came really, all of them, individually wrapped. And, for the most part, if you order fish from anybody, I always suggest just record it. It's no knock against breeders. It's just this, when you're shipping live animals, you just want to make sure everybody knows what's going on, But like I said, each species came wrapped in those little breathe bags, and they all had, a towel around them. It was really wonderful, packing peanuts, everything, it worked out really well. I gotta say, I'm gonna order a lot bigger next time too, because you gotta test. But here's some of the process. I didn't really want to go through the entire process of ordering fish. I just wanted to talk about Select Aquatics and these fish real quick, give you a quick glimpse. But I ordered, like I said, the Xenos, I ordered the butterflies, and I ordered 20 plus shrimp. They came in the 2 bags, and these shrimp are great. These are real great. You can only really see the darker ones, but let me tell you, I'll get a better camera. At this point, this is turning out to be a lot of fun for me, so I'm going to keep going with it. And you can see them moving around in there. Every one of them came out healthy. I think out of the 20 plus, and honestly, each bag probably had closer to 15. But that's not just it though. Some of the they came from every age and male and female, all sorts of stuff. Some of them were just heavily buried, ready to go, and they held on to them too. I think maybe one of them actually did give an actual spawn in the bag too, because they were like newborns. I can't imagine where they came from except for that. But 20 plus, definitely I'll emphasize the plus. I was very happy about that. And here's where they went for the most part. I don't know if I'll show you the whole rack for the except for the water change part. Like I said, we'll get to technical videos if you guys want. Please comment if you're interested in any of that stuff. But like I said, I separated them, I drip acclimated them, and I spread the shrimp out a little bit. But for the most part, they went into this tank, and as you can see, it's basically a paradise for all things that live on the bottom, and it's the bottom tank. I don't know if I'm just being thematic or how it goes, but it's fun for me. And as you can see, there's one blue light. There's actually a low spectrum purple light on top too, but barely comes through. It's probably on its last legs actually. And I want to show you this is just the snails and catfish, but if you really want to see the actual shrimp in there, you got to bait them, and you got to go with a regular light too. This isn't as easy when there's so many too. It's surprising because you can put 20 in a 20-gallon tank, and then if you put the right conditions together, if you see the rocks, he's center frame. He's I'd say this one actually is one of the better colors too. A lot of them have different. Every one of them had a different color. This one I think has a lot of potential to breed out to chocolate or to maybe even a black or something pretty cool. But as you can see, I baited them with algae tabs, and the snails. They're snails. I breed ram's horns, of course. You can see, like I said, I get mostly the orange ones. I separate them out, but I also do pinks and just different things. And I got pond snails and trumpet snails and snails. If you saw the last tank, it's basically snail paradise. But I got a few of these going. Like I said, different plants and different environments. Part of it's just for fun and art, but all those shrimp are doing really well too. And let's jump into the actual butterfly goatees. Now I'm gonna practice saying the technical names, of course, but I don't want to butcher them on YouTube too often. Just it's a lot different from reading them to actually speaking them. But I mean, a butterfly goatee, it's fun. And of course, that was the big guy over there. He's guarding the tank, I think. But he basically he sees his own reflection as the biggest challenge, and so it's almost like a sheepdog in a weird way. He's kind of cool like that. But right now, this is an extremely peaceful tank. As you can see, I give him a lot of reds and whites and things like on that end of the spectrum. I think light's important. I give him natural light, but during the day, I don't want to. You don't want to give him too much, freak him out. But if you can see, you can still see through, even though if I'm pushing so much red light on him, that the natural lights are greens and blues. So if you ask, so what that means, especially in the gardening world, you don't shine green lights on your plants because they can't do anything with that light. They're just going to reflect every bit of it. Same thing goes for animals. If your animals are naturally greens and blues, you really do want to go on the lower end spectrum. Again, these are juveniles, and that's why the tank is so peaceful as well. I'll show you what happens when these wild fish start wanting to reproduce. But the xenos they're coming up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves though. But like I'm saying, they need this light for their bones. They're growing, we all that good stuff, and this is, I think, going to work out well. But we'll see too. I'm going to try to keep in touch with Select Aquatics, and as my strain breeds out, it'd be nice to see how things worked in my fish room compared to his fish room. You know how it is, and that's always a good time. But here we go to the xenos in a second, and here's the action. I'm doing my best to tape. This is something else though. This is I think there's 7 each. I should have said that earlier during the unboxing. I got a small group of juveniles of both the xenos and the butterflies and the 20 plus shrimp. And he threw in an extra of each, and like I said, I wasn't even really worried about any of them. I could go through, and it was mostly just to show the breeder, hey, every one of your fish that you sent came through healthy. I zoomed in as best I could in my own way. But look at look at these fish, man. It's a whirlwind. These guys are great. I'm thinking one day they're gonna have to have their own 55 long display. I'm gonna keep working on what plants are best for them. But they seem like this is paradise for them at the moment. Not full grown, but they're chasing each other around there's no damage too. They're not even fin nipping. I keep a good close eye on them. It's just them having fun. It's pretty good. The males chase the females, and if there's too many males in one spot when they're chasing the female, they'll chase each other. But I think you just got a glimpse of their color, but we'll work on it. And the only piece this tank really has is from above, honest to God. So we'll get a good glimpse of that real quick. It's a different world from up here, I guess. I suppose is that. But there's a lot of lilies in here, and I get surprises. I grow all of these from seed. You get root balls and things like that. And look at this lily right here. This flower is not a typical water lily flower. So I'm trying to figure out what that replant is myself, because like I said, it's really hard to tell, what, when you're growing them from seeds, you will obviously tell immediately it's a different plant, but sometimes you just get rare bonuses. You just, who knows? And I keep it alive, and fish love them. So, but there's your apicaji, and I'll butcher every single name in the book, but I just wanted to show off the goatees, and like I said, I'm going to be sending this over to Mr. Sage, the master breeder out of Colorado, and like I said, guys, I'll be ordering again because everything worked out just perfectly, and if you got any questions about pH differences and all that stuff, I'm more than happy to answer them. I'd love to talk about it all day in the comments. Wherever you are, we can do the math even. That's the science is part of the hobby. So let's hang out. Hey, have a good one, guys.